Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris.
And I'm Sean.
And thanks for tuning in to this week's Movie of the Week.
Where we'll be talking about Fast and Furious 9.
And we are...
Nerd to Nerd.
Warning! Warning! Spoiler warning!
Spoiler warning?
Warning!
What is that?
You just said spoiler warning.
Is that the spoiler alarm?
So we should get out of here?
I think we should get out of here, because we don't want to hear any spoilers if we don't want to be spoiled.
So get out of here if you don't want to be spoiled.
Spoiler warning. So this week's top of the week is Fast and the Furious 9. Sean, start it off.
Did you just have your thumbs down?
I did have my thumbs down.
I don't understand. I would like to start this review with the good and the bad. First, I want to start with the good.
Which there isn't much good.
To his opinion. To my opinion, there was a couple things that I loved. My favorite part of the movie was probably the flashbacks between Jacob and Dom.
Okay, the flashbacks were good.
Yeah,
I'll give him this one. The flashbacks were good.
Yeah, they were very good. I thought the actors looked very similar to Vin Diesel and John Cena. I didn't see the resemblance, though, between John Cena and Vin Diesel. They're supposed to be brothers. There was a part in the movie where they do kind of hint that maybe there could be a different mom.
Yeah, I could see them being half-brothers.
Yeah, but then they didn't touch on it again, so maybe they'll talk about it in Fast and Furious 25.
They wanted to focus on the more ridiculous stuff than the family stuff.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I do kind of feel like every single time we get one of these movies, it gets a little bit more ridiculous every single time. But I'm a fan. There was a couple of things that I really did like. John Cena was fantastic. He was super jacked. He made Vin Diesel look tiny, which is pretty tough to do.
Even though he looked up to Vin Diesel.
Yeah, he did. But John Cena was very, very good. I mean, was there anything that you liked about it?
I have to say, I agree with the flashback scenes. Mm-hmm. They were done really well. I liked learning about the father and the racing.
Yeah, they finally got into that.
You saw how the kids grew up at the racetrack with their father.
Yeah, a little bit of background.
You saw how Dom's character reacted to the death of the father. I thought that was really cool. And then at the end of the movie, you saw more to the story with that than you saw earlier. And you saw it through John Cena's character's eyes when he was young. So I thought that was cool. So you saw his side of the story because you're led to believe one thing about him throughout the movie, but
yeah,
you know,
overall,
it's one of those things.
Yeah, overall, I thought it was actually a pretty good story between the two brothers.
Yes.
And it was good storytelling between the flashbacks. They didn't really miss anything out, and they did go back and forth to the flashbacks in various parts of the movie, which was really neat. The actors that were playing the flashbacks were very, very good. Like I said before, they did resemble the characters.
They picked very well.
Yeah,
young actors
they really,
to play
really
their
did.
Younger selves.
Like I said, the story was great, and like always, the cars are super awesome.
The cars are always awesome.
They did a great job. You always have to mention and give them kudos for the cars. The cars are always sick. The crashing scenes, the blowing up, that's always really, really nice. One of the big surprises that you did see in the trailer, which I kind of hoped and wished that they were gonna not show, was the return of Han.
No way.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, why would you show that in the trailer?
Yeah, I don't know. That was
so cool, but it's just like
they should.
It would have been so much cooler if I was surprised by seeing him the first time in the movie. Rather than,
But they made it sound like it was a pretty good story. They tied it in somehow.
That guy looked old, man.
Yeah,
he looked old.
He aged, but it was cool seeing him back. They needed it, after the terrible passing of Paul Walker, and they definitely need more star power to continue these movies, which it looks like they're gonna do. So I understand it, but spoiler warning. It did seem like
spoiler warning the whole video.
Yeah, the whole this is the big one, though. The big one that's really important to me. It does seem like at the end of the movie, was it the end credits or was it before the end credits? No, it was before the end credits.
Before end credits.
They're all sitting down, having a barbecue like they always do at the end of the movie as the family. And it sounds like Mia says Brian's coming, and you see his blue Nissan right here show up in the driveway. What did you think about that?
I thought it was cool. I mean, honestly, I think they should have stopped at Fast and Furious 7.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like action and some parts of this movie, but like, the way they ended Fast and the Furious 7, it was so emotional and beautiful for Paul Walker that I really think they should have ended it there. That was the perfect ending to this franchise, and it really upset me when it was announced that they did Fast and the Furious 8. I know Paul Walker want them to keep going, but in a way I felt like they were crapping on the memory. They should have just let it go.
Yeah, I wonder if there was a couple of cast members that were on the side of not, and some were.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why we didn't see Dwayne Johnson in any more of them.
Yeah, there was a thing between him and Vin Diesel, apparently, but who knows? It could be just tough love for all we know. Yeah. We don't know what happened. Media likes to blow things out of proportion,
especially in New York City.
This video is sponsored by the Philadelphia Connection, where they bring the action to you. This is a great place for all your autograph needs of your favorite stars. Please visit thephiladelphiaconnection.com for a list of upcoming signings and for any in-stock purchases of your treasured entertainment and sports heroes. So,
the bad.
Now, don't get me wrong, I like the scenes. I feel like that somewhat saved the movie for me a little bit, but not just enough. So the bad. There is so much ridiculous nonsense action scenes in this movie. It is over the top, and it is just trash.
Trash.
My God. Every single scene with Tyrese Gibson, there practically was something ridiculous.
Perfect.
I mean,
super funny.
I like Tyrese Gibson. He's great. That's probably why they put these scenes with him. But it was ridiculous.
Imagine how much more worse it would be if he wasn't there.
Oh my God! Yeah, it'd be like really bad. The guy was running it like a destroyed building. I forgot exactly what kind of building it was, but there were like 15 guys shooting an M16 gun at him, and he didn't get hit once.
And the one funny part throughout the movie, he kept saying to Ludacris, "Isn't it weird how we never get shot or hurt or anything?"
So they even put a joke in it in the script.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't end there.
It doesn't end
the
there.
Tyrese Gibson scenes, the cable lashed in the tire for Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez that was in the trailer.
It was cool, though.
Them swinging around the mountain.
That was early on in the movie, so you kind of had to forgive that because you had a lot more to go.
Like, come on.
I liked it. It was badass.
Fanboy liked it. 10 out of 10 liked it.
Yeah.
They went to space.
Really? Duct tape? You acting like we on our way to Home Depot.
They went to space.
Space.
Impressive. I know.
No, that's not impressive.
Space.
They took a beat-up Pontiac, put a rocket on it, and they went to space.
What kind of Pontiac was it?
Fiero or something?
Yeah, it was a Pontiac Fiero with a rocket ship at the end of it.
It's a Pontiac POS.
Yeah.
And they put a rocket on it, and they went to space. Because why don't we get a Pontiac and just go to space? Let's do it. They drove a car in space.
Well, they had the car on top of the plane. It went 50,000 feet in the air.
Magnetized the car to stick to the plane.
The entire time.
And then, when they lashed off the plane, you think they would just go like that. No, they just kept going like this. And then they put on the rocket and they just magically went into space.
Well, and throughout the movie, I was getting annoyed because Chris kept laughing and looking at me.
Yeah, I was constantly laughing during this movie.
I'm like, just Hollywood magic. Just let it go.
He told me it was a movie.
Once it got to that point, I was like, I can't defend it anymore.
Yeah, it got so bad. And, oh, my God. I mean, I like John Cena. Don't get me wrong. Him and the flashbacks were like the highlight of the movie for me. But there's a scene where they're going through London and Dom is chasing him. And it's literally several scenes of Dom looking out his window, and you see John Cena ziplining across London, and you see that like 4 times.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 minutes of him ziplining. It's
He's
ridiculous.
ziplining from building to building across London, and it's just like driving, zzz, driving, zzz, and then you see John Cena hook another line. Zzz.
Like I
He was
wish
just
I could
ziplining the
express
entire-
this to you in emojis because
5
there'd be
minutes.
so many crying, laughing emojis and so many face palms. It was just,
But it was an epic part of the movie that you'll never forget.
it's so ridiculous. I will never forget this.
Yeah, you'll never forget it.
They succeeded in that. I'll never forget it.
So overall, what did you feel about the movie? 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, 1 up, 1 down, 1 out of 10. He just 2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. This franchise is played out. I think they should have ended with Fast and Furious 7. Now, the story had some good parts to it, and John Cena was good.
Mhm.
But if it wasn't Fast and Furious and it was a different movie, I would have loved it a lot more, minus the ridiculousness. What about you?
I'm going to give it a 2 thumbs up. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
He means 10.
8 out of 10. We're doing 8 out of 10 this week. It can't be a 10 out of 10 every week. I liked it. I really did. I know I say that every week, but it was fun. It was action. I do agree with Chris. They probably should have ended at 7.
Duh.
And then this story probably should have been at the 5th or the 6th movie, and then the 7th been the last. John Cena was great. It would have been cooler to see him earlier on in years past, but I'm glad I got to see him.
I'd say if there was a choice between being bored and watching the movie, check out the movie. The flashback scenes were good enough to give the movie a chance, and you see more depth to their characters when they were younger. I was really impressed with the flashback scenes.
I want to see it again.
I'm not going to see it again, but
I would.
you enjoy. Thanks for tuning in, and check out Fast and the Furious 9 if you dare.